Yesterday, the first thing that happened as soon as this was announced, I was just crying, and I heard the same reaction from a lot of people. Um, Friends who have been here in the US and whose parents or whose families have suffered COVID, who and they haven't been able to go back home, or like there's so much pain in a lot of people because of the pandemic, and this is only putting more lives at risk. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. I wouldn't say it's 100% impossible, but there are no direct flights between the United States and Venezuela. um, Going back right now would mean that I would be under constant power outages. There's no internet, reliable internet connection in Venezuela. It's one of the slowest in the region and in the world. Um, Going back to Venezuela would mean not having a reliable supply of food, not being able to get income, and facing shortages of food. While right now in my school, I would go to the cafeteria and grab a meal, right? And it would certainly put me in a very unequal playing field with the rest of my friends from school. My passport expires in January. I can't go back to Venezuela. There are no flights there, and it's a very, very unsafe situation. Um, it would put me at risk. It would put 8,000 more Venezuelan students under F1 at risk, and it would put thousands of other people who are from countries that are currently in humanitarian crisis and that don't have any other place to go.
Just being in this country as long as I have, it's just make sure you just stay legal. Just if you come to this country legally, we don't have a problem, because some people just in general have a problem with immigration, and it's that idea that no, it's just illegal immigrants and stuff like that, and it's not. Some people just have an idea with anybody kind of not being, from here being here, and it's so it's like, well, I did do what I was supposed to do. I did come here legally. I've been legal. I check in with the government. I pay my taxes. I do everything they tell me to do. If I move, I check in within 10 days. I know the law. I know everything I'm supposed to do. And for 11 years since I came here when I was 14, I've done what I was supposed to do. So it kind of feels like, when your parents tell you to do all your chores and you still get punished, that's kind of how it feels like. It's like, well, what else could I have done? I did everything y'all told me to do, and it's still like, oh, we're gonna take that map from under you. So it's nerve wracking, and it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, my headspace wasn't. I was very upset because I built a life here. I've been here for 11 years. I've been here since I was 14, and so I've almost been here as long as I was back home. So just the idea of it is it's kind of a blow. It's a blow. I don't know if I would spend that type of money to get an American degree that I can't even use in America. If that makes sense. So as of right now, I only found out about it last night, so I don't have any concrete, contingency plans. But with several things flowing through my head, that is one of them. I'm not sure if I would finish. I would want to, because I didn't come to school to pay for a year and not get the degree. But if I don't know if I can use my degree, I'm not gonna. Master's degrees aren't cheap. When you plan your life in your 20s and you start to get into that age where you're trying to set up a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan, obviously deportation isn't something you want to put in that plan. So it definitely took me by surprise.